spelling.
There we go.
Gee, look at him. This like
What?
got Superman shirt on in front of the Americans. Come on, he's ready. He's ready for the Puerto Rico invasion. He's hyped up.
Oh, yeah.
So Antonio got the great news. He messaged me the other day. I said, yo, he's like, he took a couple days for us to actually speak, but he was like, what's up, man? Tell me what's happening with my right hand match. You got an update for me? This, that. I'm like, I got quite the update. Your left hand match fell through, and we're probably putting you against a beast right-handed. He's like, oh fuck, great. Let me know if anything changes.
Oh, man.
That's awesome.
He's ready. He's strong as an ox.
Yeah. He's gonna shock a lot of people, especially when he walks up there being 5'8" and he carries a riser with him.
Appreciate that.
They're not gonna know what to think. They're not gonna know what to say. What up, Steve?
What up, guys?
Yeah, we got a fun weekend coming up this weekend. Antonio, are you making it out?
Yeah, I registered already. I'm good.
Oh yeah, I think I did see the pre-registration come through. It's good to go.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, so I was informed. I got a little nervous. I went out there last weekend. There's arm wrestling posters everywhere. So you're gonna get all sorts of weirdos from that area showing up. But I talked to the promoter and the ring will be set up Friday. So we should be able to see the full setup there at the early weigh-ins. We'll do an early weigh-in at the venue and then everywhere else like we normally do. But I'm excited, man. At first, when I booked it, I'm like, who arm wrestles at the flea market? And when I seen it, I was like, Florida. This is exactly, it's got the state fair vibe or the carnival, something like that. There's little stands out, people making lemonade and shit. I was told that they're going to have a couple of food trucks out there too for us. So hopefully they do. It's hard to beat how
that place is cool.
You've been out there?
Yeah, I drive by it all the time when I'm going down 301. That place is pretty cool. It's just like a flea market, though. So, I mean, when they set everything up, it's probably going to be a lot better. I ain't seen the ring, though. I passed by probably 2 days ago, and I didn't see the ring out there.
Yeah, they got a couple nice staging areas, indoor and outdoor, if we need to. So I hope it's a real crisp, cool morning, and everybody needs a jacket.
Yeah.
But in the event that it's rainy or anything like that, we can take it. I get the vibe from the promoter of the place that he's going to pretty much get it. So if we need to move it, we can. We'll be all right. But I'm pretty hyped for it, man. I can't wait. I think the biggest thing for me is to see who draws the Puerto Rico ticket.
Yeah, that's super
exciting
cool.
because I anticipate it going a few ways. Let's say that Steve is the winner of the tickets. Okay, Steve doesn't have a committed match yet. So it would be cool. If somebody with a committed match wins it, then it's cool. Maybe their wife can go, someone else, right? We still owe them a ticket, or we get the guy a ticket at a future event. But I'm curious to see if somebody wins the ticket and just wants to go. They're like, hey, you know what? 2 weeks notice, I'll go. I'm ready for this. Because I do anticipate a lot of people that win, whoever potentially wins the ticket may be like, hey, can I use this ticket for the next event?
Right.
And I believe it's I'd have to look real quick, May 21st, something like that, May. But we may get someone that's just got balls and's like, hey, I'm ready to go. Give me an opponent. That's how Antonio handled it. He didn't know who he's arm wrestling. He needs a super match. So
Oh God.
My wife's cousin owns a hotel in Puerto Rico.
What city?
What city was it? Starts with an A. I'd have to look it back up again. But
Go ahead.
the island can't be.
Mom wants to
It's not that
speak
big.
Spanish. Aguadilla.
Oh, what? What is it? Aguadilla? Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah. So
We were just hanging out there.
yeah, it's an
That's
amazing,
my wife's cousin owns that.
awesome, awesome. Ask about me down there. I'm the king. They know me there.
Oh, they know Brandon there.
Yeah,
He said your
after
cousin knows
in
Brandon.
Puerto Rico, they do. This next spot we're going to, I heard, is a little bit more upscale. Kawa's. I've heard it compared to Winter Park.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so it might be some nicer place, which kind of bums me out because I want people chopping coconuts down with machetes like the last stop.
That was the
But
best I've ever been, is where we just were.
dude,
That was
I
imagine
like all the stories y'all posted.
imagine what the national championship's gonna look like the end of the year, the finale. Like they're gonna go hard. And that's the thing, dude. They just got WAF certified. Puerto
Mhm.
Rico country did to now have representatives at WAF Worlds. So it's gonna, I imagine it'll be pretty big. It would be cool to these guys at the end of the year are probably gonna be super legit.
Oh
But
yeah.
it interests me to see who wins the ticket. Does Chuck come out and win the ticket?
That'd be awesome.
Do we get one of the Palombos out there just whooping ass? Suddenly they both want to fly, and we need 4 super matches lined up ASAP.
I'd like to see them out there.
That would almost be one of the best scenarios if we had Brian and Devin out there.
Yeah. Devin, he's pretty good with that right hand, man. He's a problem.
He's all right. Don't hype it. Don't hype his pretty ass up any more than he deserves.
Like beat me last time I pulled him. So I mean, I gotta
Dude,
say, he's the best I've ever seen. What do you mean?
fucking goat.
Yeah, come on.
That's it. That's like it always feels
They
that
don't.
makes me feel good when you lose to a guy and then he fucking like beats John Verzink next or something, or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh shit. You see, it's not so bad. In reality, he everybody would have beat you, but it looks good because he beat someone great next.
Right. It's perfect.
Like all my losses to Matt King, I don't feel bad about it all when I see the people he beats.
Right.
Right? It makes me look like I might have been in the match. Yeah, I think we got a big tournament on our hands this weekend, guys. I think it's going to be for Flow Arm. I think
Yeah.
it's going to be the biggest one yet. I've seen a lot of pre-registries, a lot of random people asking about it, but
Yeah. I think it's in a good area too up there. I think you're gonna get a lot of pullers coming around to go up there. I think it's gonna be good.
Any pre-registration for 154 amateurs? Because if
No.
not, I'll just arm wrestle 176.
there's about 14 of them so far.
Oh, seriously? Okay,
Seriously, 14 that they're ready to go too.
let's go. I heard from Puerto Rico we're talking about there wasn't a lot of lightweights that they had over there arm wrestling.
In Puerto Rico?
Yeah, well, I watched the whole thing and it was more of the heavy, but I seen in the chat they were talking about they need more lightweights over there. I mean, Jarrett won the tournament. I know he can get him a super match over there.
Yeah, so the lightweight was surprisingly the smallest class. It only had 2. I think heavyweights had 11. The average class, I would say, out in Puerto Rico had 6. 6
Yeah.
8, the average. The 198s and I think like 242 or 220 or some shit were like 9, 10. The supers was super big. But I would have actually thought the lighter class would have been the biggest. They buy jerseys. They buy large jerseys, 1 large for 1 of everything else combined down there. But also they wear large from 76 to 220. Wears a size large. When Carly walked over, were you there? Were you there? This fucking monster dog looks like Chris Chandler and walks over and what size shirt you want?
Seen it.
He's like large. I'm like large. I'm wearing a large, bro. He's like,
Dude.
he put it on. It's good.
I seen a video. I benching 600 for like 3 the other day.
Really, that much?
Yeah,
Holy shit.
I think it was like the hardest thing he ever.
Okay.
I was
That's
like,
it.
that's ridiculous. I can't even roll. I can't roll 600 pounds across the ground. Never less bench press
No
it.
kidding.
Jesus,
I got to arm wrestle Jeremy Pappy.
did you?
I got to arm wrestle him. He couldn't
How'd that?
touch him.
No,
I destroyed him every single match.
left and right.
Yeah, left and right. I'm kidding. I didn't. I couldn't pin him one fucking time. This little bastard was
You lie.
He's fine.
up on deer meat and shit. Bro, he walked in. He hasn't aged in 10 years. Became an old man in 10 years, and this guy looked exactly the same. Whooped my ass like it was 2012. Didn't pin him once. He didn't sweat. He had his wife beater on. Fucking same. It was just like a time machine, except I was an old man in this episode.
Is he coming this weekend or no?
I don't know. I would love to see him come out there, but I think he's
There's
dear.
14 lightweights. How long is the flight to Puerto Rico?
About 2 hours.
Yeah,
2 hours.
it was pretty easy.
My wife scared of flying.
Brandon Morris's bicep tendon is in the chat. That motherfucker left the chat a long time ago, big dog. That's my exploding bicep technique.
It's
How's George feeling over there?
ridiculous. He's feeling ridiculous. He's a monster right now. It's right now where he's at.
See his weight freaking up. He's 195.
Yeah,
200 pounds.
but I can't move his hand off of center location at all. It
Well,
doesn't
he's
budge.
20 pounds bigger than you now, too.
Only about 15. Been putting on some weight. Ain't the same kind of weight though.
No, yeah, his weight is pure lean mass and blood volume.
Yeah,
That's all he's gaining at this point.
yeah. He's feeling ridiculous. He's gonna fuck some people.
Another showdown this weekend of Kevin Sands and Maverick. Or is there someone that knocks these guys off? Is Antonio? Is he? I mean, I guess Antonio left-handed. You're not beating these guys? I've seen you win one.
Maverick, look, we were really close. That's why I don't like your tournaments, only because of starting in the strap. I pull Maverick way better outside of the straps. We after pulled, I kicked his ass. John can testify. So it just depends. Me and Maverick are probably just really even. Depends on the hit. Right-handed, they'll probably smoke me. It's a give and a take. It really it depends on the day. And I'm walking around at 220 trying to cut down to 198. I'm losing a lot of strength.
Want to know the sad part, John?
Is what it is.
You know what?
He's got a Grady.
For these guys that start without the straps,
Mhm.
it slips right there.
Yeah.
It proved me right in every sense of it. So
female?
I'm surprised you're not beating Maverick, man.
Man, I pulled Maverick the other day and he felt it. I don't know. He's hard to pull, man. He's fast. He's violent. He's just
That jigsaw shit that he does. I hate it.
that shit.
Rigid, huh? It feels like if you pull through him, he's gonna tear a bicep.
Yeah, something's not going to be done. Yeah. But he's strong everywhere. He's strong with supinate, palm up, wrist cracked. He's stupid strong. He's the man. Can you imagine if he was?
You guys better than
Good Lord.
there you go.
How fucking strong is Kevin to be hanging with him like that?
Yeah, he won the last tournament.
That dude can jump too, man. That dude jumped on top of freaking. He posted a short.
Oh, come on, man.
Maverick.
Trampoline under him. That was probably from when he was 19 years old.
Hey, I'll throw him a alley-oop. I can play some basketball. I'll throw him one. I guarantee you he can dunk now.
He can't dunk. You guarantee he can dunk?
Hey, he got. You didn't see
He
how
was over.
high he got. That dude's jumping now.
Listen, he pulled his
That
legs
dude got
high.
up there.
That's not vertical leap. That's the ability to tuck your legs as high as your chin. Those are very different things. I'm not saying you can't jump.
Yeah.
He's impressive. But I want you to know that those feats are very different. The ability to get your
Sure. Yeah.
high enough and the ability to get your feet high enough are not the same.
I don't know.
Ask him. He
He
got up there.
He has a better chance of dunking than I do. I'll give him that.
I don't know. Hold on to it,
Antonio, you're fucked.
but he's definitely.
Hey, we're going to bring Antonio a little miniature trampoline for the dunk contest.
Appreciate that. I'll bring my riser.
That's it. The riser trampoline. We're going to have Ryan North. When Antonio jumps, Ryan North will pick him up by his waist so he can dunk. Oh, shit. I know I asked last night. So Josh Miller isn't making it, huh?
From what I've seen, no, he's not making it.
I feel like that leaves a lot of guys happy. I know Benelli's probably.
Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah, Benelli's gotten fucked so many times.
He's going to look crazy.
Yeah, because Chuck's 242 as well, right?
Exactly. Chuck's has never been.
So I'd like to see that with him.
Yeah, he's I'm curious. Listen, dude, imagine this. Imagine Chuck Westbury. He's 242, right? So let's just say his diet works out well for him and he gets to 230. Let's not be unrealistic, right? That motherfucker could cut to 222, 223. You know, like, why is that not possible? Chuck Westbury at 220s, he'd be a very hard person to arm wrestle just because how huge he is.
It's a big feller.
Yeah. I mean, him at 98 is unrealistic. I know everybody's laughing when you see that. It would have to be like some sort of juiced out, like super diced up, like Dave Shea version of like some like growth hormone specimen version. But
it'd be really easy though.
Dude, he could be in 220s just being the healthiest version of himself. A year ago, you would have probably bet against that Chuck could be a healthy 220 puller. And here he is. I mean, he's going to make 242 with no problem. That's not even a big weight cut, probably. So I'd be curious to see what he could do. It's like Craig. I've always said Craig could get down to 198.
Yeah, it's just if they can hold the strength and the confidence to go down and see where that.
I'm going to make up so much if I ever see him all skinny and shit. I'm going to talk so much shit. I hope at that point I'm the biggest version of myself ever.
Yeah, that ain't gonna happen. But
look, so 2 years ago or 3 years ago, when I was heavy, I had a buddy of mine, and he was going down in weight, and he was about 165. I was about 240. Now he's 215, and I'm about 185. And I'm like, what the fuck? I was just 80 pounds bigger than this dude. Now he's 30 pounds bigger than me. So the tables can turn quickly. So don't I won't big time you, Chuck, once I'm bigger than you. I will little guy the hell out of you. Biggest guy we have in Florida, Ryan North.
Yeah.
At one point, Craig. Back in the day, like 8 years ago, Craig was like 285 pounds, 290. He was still fresh. Craig was amateur for about 2-3 years. But he was at one point one of the biggest guys. He looked like our fucking Dennis Sapling. He was huge, dog. Huge. Like right now, you're seeing the fatherhood jiu-jitsu version. You know, he's out chilling, looking at sunsets and dolphins. But back in the day, he had dyed black flat top. He was scary as hell. But Craig was, I think, the biggest guy. So aside from Ryan North, who would we call it? Brandon?
He's a big dude. I thought there was a bigger. I don't know. They're all so damn big up there.
Well, do we have any true 300 pound? Anyone over 300 pounds? Truly?
What about the guy who snapped his arm at the expo? John, isn't he bigger?
Which
Neil
one?
used to be over 300, but I think he's 280 now. The one that broke his arm, and I
Mhm.
think Josh. He used to be actually when he first started, he was 340, but now I think he done dropped down to about 280 now.
It's hard to tell because they're all so big and tall. They could be 270 or 350. I don't know. They're all twice. They're all two of me.
Yeah, we need to start
Five
making.
of me.
We need to start analyzing super heavyweights. And like once you cross 275 pounds, you should no longer be analyzed on a win-loss record. Whereas you should be compared against, are you beating opponents bigger or smaller than you? Because it doesn't surprise me at all that guys that are 285 are beating guys that are 250. That doesn't surprise me one bit. Those are two completely separate humans. If you give the same quality across the board. Now the problem is guys get sloppy as shit when they're big, right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
a lot of them, when everybody's 175, the muscle quality is within 10-20%. They can be a 50% difference once they're over 300 pounds, right? Some of them could be obese, some of them could be super jacked, some, could just have some regular guys, big country guys. Like you start to get all sort of body types. But when I see these guys like I mean, I get it where Cleve Dean had nobody bigger than him to arm wrestle. But when you give these super heavyweights and then you oppose them with somebody that's their size or bigger and they lose every time, I'm not that impressed.
Right.
That's the one thing. Like, I guess if we had a 275 and a 300-pound weight class or something, but that's what I was getting at in the beginning of how many actual 300-pound guys do we have? We've got two or three.
Yeah. Who's the big burly guy that pulled at Mikey's place, the flow arm event there?
Zach Cannon.
Yeah. How big's he?
Zach's lost some weight though. He's probably like 350.
Okay, yeah. So he's over 300 pounds. Yeah.
Probably 350. And maybe only 320. I don't know. I forgive me if I'm estimating his weight wrong. Chance, I know, can go between 280 and 310.
Carl
Well,
Stanley.
Carl Stanley is every bit of 290 pounds.
He's a monster.
You know what? I would actually put Carl as bigger than Brandon, in my opinion, of just sheer size.
Yeah.
Carl's a bigger person. So Ryan North is got to be 350, 365 pounds.
Yeah, it's hard to tell. He's so tall. He looks real tall.
Bro, he looks like he's the size of me, you, and Steve.
Yeah, he looks like Alex Kardec almost, like one of those big giant Viking builds.
We had a giant guy back in the day named Daryl Oliver like that. It was like 320 pounds. But that's what I'm getting at with these people. Like I love when I see a 300-pound arm wrestler because hell, I wish we had a 400-pounder like LeVon.
Right.
But when you're getting matched up and you're losing consistently to 265-pound guys, and you see it with a lot of the Europeans, right? Some of them are good, they're extra good when they're heavier. Argue at 240, 250, he was dope. But it's really when he was 300 pounds that he's the shit.
Right.
Of course, you can't mess with them. Now they're heavier, But I had a lot of guys while I was arm wrestling that I could never beat, but eventually you suddenly look over and you're 30 pounds heavier and he's not a match. But,
Yeah. I've never been 30 pounds heavier than anybody besides Ford.
dude, listen, George is 22 pounds over the or 20 pounds over the limit right now.
He's in a good spot. Yeah. And he's not the biggest one of all of them either. Austin Tevis said he walks around 200 to 210. And he shows up 200 the day of. I'm like, how do these people lose that much weight being that size? They're not 6'4" losing the weight. They're, and cutting down to some weight. Like, they're 5'9" to 6 foot tall guys in that range. It's crazy. But.
Yeah. And now, when is this? This is March 30th?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, they're I wish I would recommend if I was Larray for everybody to take a picture on February 28th at the end of the month and then on March 30th before and after, or whatever, March 29th at the weigh-ins.
Hmm.
They're all gonna look like Conor McGregor, all sucked out, super
Oh
skinny.
yeah, veins and shit. There's all kinds of shit happening.
Okay, here. Who looks the worst at the weigh-in? Who's going to be the most dehydrated of all these guys? Is it going to be the guy you said 210?
Uh, no, he looks like he cuts weight pretty well. He's not overly buff, dude. He's just thick. Austin Tevis, he's real, but I don't know. Probably George. I mean, he's ripped as hell for being 195. Dude's got an 8-pack. Like, what the fuck?
Does Hunter even have to cut weight?
I,
Well,
maybe.
he recently gained weight, so he might be over 180 right now.
No, he's shredded, but I don't know. It's hard to tell. I know Duncan's tall as hell, so he's probably pretty light. Dustin Hyatt walks around about 180, so
Surprised Sam Harris didn't get in that.
no, he's in it.
He's in it?
Yeah, Sam Harris
Oh,
is
he's
in it.
gonna be fucking dangerous. Is Snook in it?
Who?
Who?
Fucking Snook.
I'll slap you through this fucking screen. Anthony Snook.
Nah, he ain't in there. Hey,
Damn. You don't know who that is?
nah, he ain't the top 12, I guess.
He will be if he ever comes back instantly.
Oh, geez. Hey, everyone that Wayne comes back is way.
Hey, better show some respect to the 2000 teens arm wrestlers, okay? You 20 guys are just learning.
Yeah,
Cobra Rhodes right now is capable of coming back and winning that round robin.
how long does he need to do it?
He needs 3 months.
No shot.
Listen, okay, so let me argue this. They just said this, and he won the. You have to look. It's probably like the 2017 or 2018. He came from the same dog shit shape to win the Arnold Classic over Corey Miller and everybody undefeated.
Yeah, that's years ago. But
oh, the game's changed. This and that. Man, Crazy George would walk through that motherfucking class just like he did in 2008, 2015. He walked through that 76 round robin. Cobra and Corey would take the second and third place.
Yeah. Cobra would need
changed. Listen, you put Luke Kent in there, he's gonna smack a bunch of people. Sam Harris will be up there. Shit doesn't really change in arm wrestling.
Luke Kent said no. They had him on a live on like Paul Talia had him on there and stuff, and he said no, he ain't about that. But
yeah, he's got some demands when he arm wrestles, huh?
Yeah, well, he said he likes to pull about 3 times a year anymore because it hurts. Which I mean, he's been kicking ass for a long time, but him and Tevis are going back and forth.
He's a fucking threat, dog. Snook, if Anthony Snook came back, he's a threat. The old 76 Craig Touye would be fucking a threat in here.
If he was at 76, he's gonna win it. I mean,
he was at 76 in the day when I started 10 years ago.
Yeah.
So I'm not arguing that these guys suck. I'm just arguing that the game hasn't necessarily leveled up beyond where these old guys could have competed.
Yeah, then, but Craig Touye ain't making 76 no more. That dude really makes 210.
He's
short.
I'm gonna tell you this. My opinion on the favorite to win the thing. We're all gonna go for George, but aside from George, I think Zach Lee would be my vote. If I had to just put a coin on somebody, I know Justin Bishop's in. Whichever hand left, I'll put on Justin. But Zach Lee should be he will be on the top half of the people no matter what. No matter
and his setup, or
what
is that off his speed? You think he's gonna do well?
Yeah, I think he's just gonna be efficient. I think he's gonna be fresh when he needs to be. I think he has enough top end power to beat anybody if they had to. He may not be the favorite in every matchup, but he's in every matchup. He has the potential that he could have a couple quick flash matches. It may come down to when him and Hunter clash if they're undefeated or some shit. And
Yeah,
then because
Hun-
that's how Robin arm wrestling is. If some guy's cutting through the class, it's an easy day. If me and Antonio go into a death match round one,
it's over.
it's
Yeah.
over. Yeah, and they got 12 rounds. So that's all I'm saying. Zach has a good setup. He knows how to work the strap.
Hunter's going to run through some people, I think, quick. And yeah,
That's
I mean,
for sure.
if you can run through 4 or 5 guys fast, and everyone else has one of those hard matches, all of a sudden now the later half don't look so hard. But is he big enough to do it? That's what it is.
I got confirmation.
George gonna upset some people.
Who, George?
Yeah, he gonna upset some people. He gonna pull a couple people across the damn table.
Yeah, this is what matters with George. If George wins key matchups, he wins the entire tournament.
Yep.
George it's not going to come down to if he can last this or this. If he can get through the popular 3 or 4 guys, he doesn't have to get through all of them. Just the majority of them, he'll win the entire tournament.
Mm-hmm.
That's my opinion. If he walks in there and smokes Hyatt straight off the bat, draws Zach Lee, and then draws Justin Bishop, and doesn't have a loss by then, you're not going to stop him. If you let him get out the gates, he's going to be hard to beat. But
Well, I know his first match on the left arm's Eli Sadov.
okay, Eli is going to be all set up.
Yep. And on the right, on the right, which is going to be good. His first match on the right is Chance Holiday, the number 1 guy in Utah. So, and then it's Dustin Hyatt will be his second one on the right hand.
Chance Holiday, you're going to go for a fucking ride. Sorry to tell you. He's probably a great arm wrestler, but if I haven't heard of you, you can't beat George Whitfield.
Yeah, it'd be a crazy day. But yeah, and then Hyatt on round 2 is going to be pretty good to see. Because
and who does Hyatt have first round?
I don't know. I can look that up. It has all the things.
Let a couple people have a war, and then George come in.
Yeah, because it already has all of it set up on here. He just what's his face post too much.
I seen a little flaw in George when I seen at Puerto Rico that he will fight in the setup much more than he needs to. He was strong enough to beat Sadiel no matter what grip he let Sadiel get, yet he fought for every inch when he didn't need to. And to me, that's a waste of output.
Yes, I agree.
That's why I
Yeah,
looked at
because that wasn't even a close match.
Yeah, and when you look at it, George is fucking sweat. I mean, they're both sweat. It's getting deep, and it never needed to. George could have let him get the hit, sucked him in, boom, pulled him over, pin him, just done. But he was fighting for a lot and not necessarily believing in his ability right there. And now I get it too. Sometimes it feels like you're gonna get destroyed. He probably was getting double, capped on his thumb and it didn't feel that good. But
wanted to pin him real quick. He was getting annoyed with just everything. Dustin Hyatt has Zach Hayden in round 1.
Okay, I don't know who that is.
He's ranked number 5, I believe, or something like that in the nation. 6 or 5 or something. He's up there. He's good. He's got a rough ride, actually, man. He's got Zach Hayden, George. He has that Alexander kid from Canada, that 18-year-old Georgian kid or 19-year-old. That kid's a stud. And then he has Austin Tevis. Zach
Georgian in this?
Well, he's from Canada, but yeah, he's a Georgian.
What do you mean he's from Canada? Where was he born?
I don't know, but he looks like a Georgian. I know he's Georgian. Hey, you can.
I didn't know there was a Georgian in this.
Yep. And yeah, but
brown hair,
huh?
Dark hair.
Yeah, it's curly and everything. Yeah, he looks like he's
pure,
a bad.
Pure Russian DNA, pure Slavic DNA.
Yeah, and he's jacked. He looks like he's 37.
All right, sorry, Zach Lee. I'm taking my vote back.
Yeah,
The 37-year-old Slavic guy. Give it to him. Fuck it. That's easy money.
Oh, yeah, that dude, he's huge. Yeah, picture of him right here. Yeah, yeah, whatever. But yeah, Dustin High has a super hard lineup for the first six. You know, a lot of matches there. It's gonna be good.
It's a good test for him. George, give me George's first five.
On the right arm, Chance Holiday, Dustin, Cole Casper, Zach Hayden. Those are the first.
That could be worse. What's George's final five?
Well, I'll just go after that. Then he's got Zach, Devin Bear, Austin Tevis, Sam Harris, that Alexander Georgian kid, and then Hunter Knobs last.
Okay, so George has got to run the gauntlet at the end.
Yeah, but he could start real hot and just run through some people.
Come one more time. Go through the lineup, and I just want to hear each guy. First guy,
Chance Holiday.
It's likely that George gets this guy. Go ahead.
Dustin Hyatt.
Okay, let's give the theoretical scenario that he fucking smokes Hyatt with no stopping. Who would he?
Cole Casper.
Okay, Cole Casper is the same as George, but probably I would argue that George is maybe a little stronger.
Yeah, he looks like that one worries me. I could get stuck.
I've seen wasn't Cole Casper and the 54 guy Palco, weren't they just having matches?
I think so.
Yeah, I don't think that's the same level of power as George winning 98s.
No, it's just the stopping power if he's able to, get out there.
George goes through Dustin Hyatt. He goes through Cole Casper. Who's he facing next?
Dalton Duncan.
Okay.
He has that defensive outside low hand top roll.
Sure. It's like arm wrestling me.
Yeah, so he's gonna beat him.
He's gonna beat him easy. If it's like me.
He's told that times over. Zach Hayden.
Keep going.
Zach Lee.
Okay, this is another key matchup that he needs to get through.
Yep. Devin Bear,
this is where it gets real. So the first half, he's got two real threats, in my opinion, that could shut him down. Casper's a 40-60, and the other guys are 50-50s.
Yeah. And then it's Austin Tevis, who's going to be he's going to be hard to beat by everybody. I think he's big. He can pull without his hand. He's good. He's fast too.
Are we going to assume that all 12 guys, non-paid athletes, are going to make weight?
Yeah.
If that does happen, it never happens anywhere. But I would question the legitimacy if every single guy made weight without a problem. Only reason is that's a whole bunch of people to organize to show up on the same day. Nobody have an injury and everybody made weight. Rolling a lot of. We got some alternates playing in the weight side.
They've already got Corey Miller was in. He went out. They replaced him. Yeah, they have
No. They need day of alternates. Let's say Austin Tevis shows up, he's 187 pounds.
Right. What are they gonna do?
What do they do? Are you the alternate? You're going to be their day of? This needs to be discussed. Have Lorraine call me, man. There's a lot of concerns.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I got your answers for you.
Yeah. Next. Coach Dave, Hunter Knobs.
Hey, who?
That Alexander kid, Georgian.
Oh, I thought you said Coach Ray.
No. But the left, a harder lineup.
Yeah, the left is the harder lineup?
I think so, yeah.
How's it run left for George?
Eli Sadoff, the Georgian champ, Devin Bear, who's the number one guy in the nation right now. That's going to be Dalton Duncan, Sam Harris, Justin Bishop, Zach Lee, Cole Casper, and then Josh Handeland. I say that.
Anglin.
Yeah, I heard he's pretty good too. I guess they're all pretty good,
He's
right?
okay. He's okay. Nothing against him. He's a cool guy, but there's some better guys in the class. He's not the favorite. You need to worry about out of that lineup: Justin Bishop, Devin Bear, Eli State. What other player did you say?
Well, Sam Harris is in there.
Sam Harris, I would definitely worry about.
Zach Lee. I don't know how good his left is compared to his right. I don't know if it's the same. I've only seen him pull right-handed.
I wrestled Sam Harris a couple times, dude, and every time he has the ability to what he'll do is he'll get a decent setup, and right before you move, whether it's false start or go or anything, he moves. He's able to sense your movement and make his movement right as you're still trying to make yours, if that makes sense.
And then just locks you down.
Yeah, he's got great timing. He's got a great rigid setup where he's in a low hand, but his cup, it won't look like he has much cup, but he has everything he needs. Sam Harris will shock you guys, dude. There's a reason he had that WAL hammer.
Well, he just got beat 3-0, I think, by Zach Lee, or was it Zach Lee to just beat him?
Yeah, but that was probably the natty Sam Harris. When he's got that old head chewing that bubble gum, he's hard to beat. Trust me. That's a dude. I'll tell you, if this comes together and all 12 of these guys show up, it'll be one of the best 76 displays that I've seen since I started.
Yeah.
Like I said, I've seen a 209-pound. We used to have different weight classes for the in the hook. The 209 in the hook, they organized everybody in Florida one time, and they let Daniel Worley get the last spot, and he beat everyone when he was 185. So that would be like Hunter Knopf's or something entering this one and beating everybody undefeated. But that's the only time I've ever seen a round robin that was actually represented like the top 10 in the they all showed up the same day. It was like a 209. But if this happens, this would be probably the best 76 display that I see.
Yeah.
Some of the classes classic have been deeper, or not deeper, as deep.
What?
Some of the 76 classes at the Arnold Classic have been pretty crazy.
I'm sure.
The 65 weight class at the WAL tournament is fucking insane too. It would be like Giannis, Justin Bishop, fucking Sam Harris, Luke King, just
wasn't Max Tobin in there too? Or no?
Yeah. Max has been a good lightweight arm wrestler though.
No.
Max is 195 pounds. No disrespect to Max, it's my dog, but he didn't make shit happen at 65.
Didn't he beat WAL or was it wait?
Yeah, man. I don't want to give the controversy for that one. He beat Cobra. He did.
I'm just saying, I mean,
I heard listen, I'm not to diminish Max, but the legend of Cobra deserves some defense. I heard that Max was having some problems making weight, and they met at 185. And that's what I heard happened. Max 3-0'd him regardless, is what the real outcome is. But I just want to put that up in Cobra's defense. I did hear that Max was a bit heavy that day. But yeah, shit. Yeah, that's fuck the super match that Max had. Let's talk about the commentating gig the guy had. 5 pay-per-views in a red tuxedo.
Really, yeah, he's really good.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
I was watching one of those the other, commentating. I was like, damn, he's pretty good.
Yeah, no, it wasn't bad. I liked the way I just watched it the other day. The pay-per-views they had were pretty nice.
Mm-hmm.
The way it was set up, that was probably the best display. I know we like our knuckles up and all that, but I think the WAL pay-per-view is the best production.
Fish Bowl Enjoyer in the chat said, "How do I get a super match with Steven in the name of Meat Eaters?"
Who is that?
Fishbowl enjoyer. I don't know who it is, but they said they want this.
If
What's
if
up,
they
Paul?
want if they want 54 and they want a super match, they can call me out, man.
Uh-oh.
Steven don't lose super matches.
And
I
if
agree.
I
Carl
and if I
Stanley
leave,
says they don't know Snook. I agree. Anybody that wants to call Steve out, Steve, what are you taking? Any guy under how many pounds? 175 pounds?
I don't know. That's too much. But like 165.
All right, anybody under 165, bring it. Is Fishbowl Enjoyer want to be the fourth guy in the Tough and About It fight?
Who?
The guy calling you out in the chat.
There's no telling who this.
Kevin, can you beat Milo's ass? I need to know when you guys box.
Oh yeah.
Can you?
Me?
Yeah.
Can I? Bro, I've been in a lot of fights in my life. I did spend 10 years up the road. So, I mean, I've been in a lot of fights. I ain't been trained or nothing like that, but, I mean, it is what it is. So.
Now, listen. Now, I don't want to kill none of your steam, but this ain't a prison fight. Okay?
I know. No, I get it. I know. I totally understand that.
You got to listen, because if you fight this kid and he's bigger, if we're letting him be heavy, you got to know how to contain it. You only got 1 minute.
Oh, I'm not worried. No, I'm not worried about how big he is, bro. I'm not. That's not anything I'm worried about. No. I'm not worried about that.
All right. So ideally,
no.
it looks like we've got Steve and Ford matching up first, and then Kevin and Milo. We are gonna have the 4-way boxing while all the registrations going and everyone's hanging out from whatever 12 to 1. But Kevin's got his hand full. How much you weigh, Kevin? 155 pounds? 160?
Me? Right now I'm 160. Yeah. I'm gonna get to 157.
Now the one thing you got going
Maybe.
is
Who knows?
Milo
You said there's 14 people.
in your weight class.
You said there was 14 157 amateurs, so I mean I couldn't even pull 154 last time, so I don't mind pulling up because I've been doing 176 the whole time, weighing 160 pounds. So I don't mind pulling up, but if there's going to be that many people, then I'll go ahead and just cut the 3 pounds.
Yeah, I was kidding. I do not know how many 50 have been there, so I don't want to influence your weight cut based upon the joke. I don't actually.
It don't matter. It's only 3 pounds.
Yeah, but this guy's gonna cut weight to fight Milo. That's a solid 185 pounds, just fattened man driving a tow truck driver weight. And you know, tow trucks, that ain't quality weight. That ain't jacked, ripped muscle. That's gummy worms, nachos, Mountain Dews.
Hey, picks. Oh, they're eating some Slim Jims. Oh, yeah.
So here's the question. Has any of these guys, John, even touched a punching bag?
Yes.
Yeah, all of them about 12 years ago.
Every day.
No,
Every day.
In the past 3 weeks.
Every day. I got
Okay.
my gloves. I'm on the road right now. I got a pair of 14-ounce gloves with me now. Some wraps. I put my bag that I have with my clothes around a tree, and I go ahead and get in it.
Man, listen, I know for a fact because I tried to punch the punching bag the other day and it looked real awkward and weak and shit. I knew right away that I got to sharpen up before I film any sequence of me hitting the bag. So that tells me I feel like I would be fine. Like it can look good. I just need a minute to sharpen back up. But if you motherfuckers walk in there off the couch and start throwing some weak punches, you're going to be immortalized on film forever.
Yes.
Yeah.
No.
I throw a big ball right now.
This is what I recommend for everybody. Very little defense, haymakers, aim for the bridge of the nose.
So that's how you want it? You want it to be something like that? I seen in the chat it was points, but if you want it to be like that,
well, no.
hey,
It's 3 1-minute rounds. We're gonna have the headgear.
okay.
But the reality is, we are gonna score the rounds. It'll be just
Okay.
like everything. You know, it's knockdown. It's a 10-8. It'll be a 10-9 if they're close rounds. And you'll have 3 1-minute rounds. So yeah, obviously, if you fucking get knocked out, you're out. But you know, that's why we have the three rounds so that we can judge it and it come down to it. What I see is you guys come out the gate real hard for about 30 seconds.
That round 3 is gonna be ugly.
That's what I'm saying. Exactly. They're gonna be breathing.
Oh yeah, exhausted.
It's good. How many times
Yeah,
have
you might be surprised if you that now. I'll go 12 rounds on my punching bag.
what's your
12 rounds, not 1 minute rounds. I mean 12 actual rounds.
how's your flexibility feel? Are your elbows fucked up?
No, it's flips, bro.
See, that's the one good thing.
My flexibility is great.
None of you guys are extremely are like some crazy long veterans in arm wrestling. I feel like if you let
I just started. Yeah.
if you let a bunch of 10-year arm wrestling guys throw it, it would look like some like you remember how Devin was punching?
All hooks.
Yeah.
All hooks.
Yeah,
all hooks.
you have to at that point. Your elbows too short.
Yeah, if it's straight biceps coming off, so
Absolutely. The
yeah.
I'm not sure what's more interesting. Is it the fights or who wins the fucking ticket to Puerto Rico?
I don't know, a little bit of both.
Is there? We got to put the prize up. What is the prize for this?
That's another question, right?
Okay, I feel like we got to put a little bit of cash in the jacket up, right?
Yeah, it's $1 million question.
Oh, I thought it was for fun.
Well, yeah, I feel like there needs to be a prize though. That how do you declare at the grocery store that you're the tough and bout it champ?
Right.
There's got to be an
I
inaugural.
like those jackets.
Fucking huh?
I like them jackets. Those jackets are nice.
Jackets are super dope. They I think there's only a few left of those. I would love to have some sort of thing that was when we revisit this, once, twice a year, these fights. We could hand it away some crazy custom thing for it. But I'll tell you, I guarantee it's gonna be about as much of a shit show as it sounds like, John.
Yeah, I'm thinking
You're laughing. I already see it. They got to take it a little serious because they're about to have to fight, right? Like to them, it's not funny. To me and
it's
you,
gonna be awesome.
Hilarious. Yeah, I can't wait.
It's awesome. I think it's going to be awesome.
Now, who's more likely to win? Steve over Ford or Kevin over Milo?
Who's likely to do what?
Who's more likely to win? Steven beating Ford or Kevin beating Milo?
Gold.
Steven and Ford's match, I have no idea of either of their abilities.
I don't know if Ford's going to whoop the shit out of Steven or Steven's going to box his head off. I have no idea.
I know how Ford's going to fight. I have a good idea how Ford is going to fight.
Hey.
And there's going to be some
Reckless
power.
abandon.
Yeah, it's going to be. I have a feeling he's going to be wild, lots of power shots, and all over the place like a cat in water.
Yep. And here's Steve.
Steve, I think, is going to take a hands-up approach, defense, slow and methodical. This would be my guess.
Hey, he's
jabs.
Tired to start jabbing.
Use the jabs.
If I have to speculate, I would say that Steve needs to be careful that he's not too passive and doesn't lose on points.
Right.
If I was Steve's coach, I would recommend Steve keep the aggression up, match his aggression, because Ford's not going to lack energy.
Right.
Ford's a wild man.
He's an endurance.
When that cowboy hat
comes out in 2 minutes,
around the ring, his shorts are going to be pulled up. The boxers are going to be hanging out the bottom of the short. You know how he goes.
Yeah, be careful at home.
Yeah, Ford, he's going to be amped up.
It's all right.
The Kevin and Milo match. I think I don't know. I think Kevin's gonna hold his own from fighting. I think Kevin's gonna go with the typical inside game. He's gonna be trying to get close to Milo. I think Kevin runs the danger of underestimating just how much knockdown a heavier person can have, where they can trip you up easier. He's got to be careful fighting a heavier person. You always do. If I were Kevin, the way I would fight Milo, I would jab, jab, and when he started to get aggressive, I would tie him up in a clinch. As soon as the clinch breaks, I would be attacking him again, tie him up in a clinch.
Carolyn just hold an uppercut like a beast.
That's it. Well, you gotta be careful, right? Though I don't know how coordinated Milo is, and I know Milo's super strong. I arm wrestle with him sometimes in Gainesville. Milo's a solid dude. So, what do you think,
I've
Antonio?
arm wrestled.
What do you think?
About what, Kevin?
No, give some predictions. Give me the Ford and Steve prediction. How do you think it's gonna go? Is it gonna be a fight?
I mean, Steve's right here. If I tell him, hey, I think Ford's going to win for 4, I'm going to dick. So, I mean, can't be fully honest. No, I'm kidding. I definitely think Ford's going to be way more aggressive than you, Steve. I mean, you know how we carnivores are. I mean, we love our meat. We love our
no.
I wasn't carnivore for 27 years, brother, right?
Hold
I
on,
wasn't.
Steve. Steve, tell me, is the meat that Ford is going to eat, is that going to play into it in the third round?
Nothing is going to really play into it. If it's
Nothing
going to
is?
be third round, he has to put some bricks in his pocket so he doesn't fall out of the ring.
All right. Good shit. That's good. Is it me, or does Ford just seem like a guy that would be on Rough and Rowdy?
Yeah. Oh, he belongs.
Oh, 100%.
West Virginia, we're after Rowdy.
West Virginia, knife-wielding redneck, Ford Canary.
Yeah, 100%. And the whole Crocodile Dundee outfit or something.
Yeah, he's like the illegitimate son of Crocodile Dundee and Joe Exotic.
Oh man,
that's good shit. Yeah, man. Next Saturday, we're gonna be at the Waldo Flea and Farmer Market. We got Arm WrestleMania, ton of cash, tickets to Puerto Rico. Gonna be insane. 2 weeks from now, we are going out to Puerto Rico, Caguas, Puerto Rico. We're gonna have the Battle of Abu Dhabi. We got very own Antonio Gorowski, Maverick, Josh Burnell.
Let's go.
A ton of Florida guys going to be representing in that battle over there. So make sure you support them, encourage them. Like the channel, check us out on Facebook, Flow Arm Combat and the Puerto Rico Arm Wrestling League. I'll see you guys this Saturday. Appreciate having y'all on.
All right, y'all.